Hey guys, we're going to talk about triangle properties today. We had seen about angles that are as lines that are intersecting. We learned about opposite angles, which we also call vertical angles. And then we went on to talk about complementary angles, supplementary angles, and we talked about parallel lines, Z pattern, F pattern, and C pattern. And in this video, we're going to talk about triangle properties. The first thing that we need to establish is this property. When you add three angles of a triangle, they add to 180 degrees. So it doesn't matter, three angles always add up to 180. So if you know the measure of any two angles, you can find the third one. The second is to recognize that this angle is called a exterior angle. It means it is not inside the angle, or it is not a interior angle. It is outside and therefore exterior angle. And when you think about this angle, exterior angle, the other angles I've marked here are on the other side. It is not on the same side as the C. They are opposite on the other side. Only when in this situation, we can say that when you add the two interior opposite angles, A and B, you will get angle C. In this picture, the third example here, or the third idea here, what I did was I extended each side of the triangle out like that. Just stretch it out and stretch it out and stretch it out, and I got three exterior angles. So the three exterior angles, they always add up to 360 degrees. Interestingly, it's not only true in triangles, which has got three sides, it is true in quadrilaterals, which has got four sides, or it is true in a pentagon, which has got five sides, or a decagon, which has got 10 sides. It's pretty much true. As many sides as you have, all the exterior angles of all those polygons will always add up to 360 degrees. So, summarizing, interior angles of a triangle add up to 180, exterior angles of a triangle add up to 360, and when you have an exterior angle, it equals to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. So using that, let us solve this triangle. We are solving for the unknowns x, y, and z. And we have these vertical lines, Li and Mk. They make 90 degrees to the base of the triangle. So right off the bat, we recognize that the 65 added to the x is 90. And this is the idea we learned in the first video where we said the two angles are complementary when they add up to 90 degrees. So to isolate for the x, what I do on both sides, I subtract 65, subtract 65, and my final answer is equal to 25 degrees. X equals 25. All right, now um, let's try and find W. To find W, I noticed something interesting, that this angle X here, angle W, and this angle 112, these are three angles of the triangle IFJ, and they add up to 180 degrees. So X plus W plus 112, they add up to 180. But you know, the problem with this kind of thinking is that no, actually, there's no problem. Let's go ahead with this. So we know that the x is 25, and there is a w, and there is a 112, and they add up to 180. So what we do now is let's add the 25 and the 12. So what is that? 25 plus the 112, 112, and so 5 plus 5 is 10, carry the 1 over, and there's 140. So we have W plus 140 equals 180. And to get the value of W, subtract the 140, subtract the 140, cancel, cancel, and W would equal 40 degrees. Okay, so if we found W now, how do we find the Y? Okay, so how do we find the Y here? So to find the Y, if I know the measure of this angle here, and if I know the measure of this angle here, I know that the three angles add up to 180, so I will be able to find these two guys easily. Okay, so how do we figure that out? We are going to use the concept of supplementary angle. So how does that work? 112 plus the angle FJK, okay, FJK. So the angle FJK, they are supplementary angle, adding up to that. So take away 112, take away 112, and what do we do here? 180, 112 subtraction, 10 take away 2 is an 8, and so now this becomes a 7, 7 take away 1 is a 6, so that is 68 degrees. So the angle FJK is 68 degrees. So this angle now we have found as, let's use a different color because we just found it. So this angle now would be 68 degrees. Okay, don't get confused or too hung up on using 3 letters. The reason why we use 3 letters instead of 1 letter is because in this position J, there are 2 angles. So because there are 2 angles, we like to distinguish one from the other. So the only way we can do that is to use 3 letters. The starting where the angle starts, F, the middle where the angle is, J, and where the angle ends, K. So that refers to 68. Okay. In the same way, we have to find the angle. We have to find this angle here. This angle here. Now that angle is FKJ. So how do we do that? So here we go. Angle FKJ plus angle 58 is 90 degrees because it is a complementary angle. So subtract 58 from both sides. 58 from both sides. And what do we have? Angle FKJ equals 98, take away 50, so 58, 90, take away 58, that is a 2, 8 take away 5 is a 3, so that is 32 degrees. So the final calculation, we are trying to find y. So in the triangle that we have, y plus this angle, the 68, plus this angle, which we just found, we found this to be 32 plus 32. They all have to add up to 180 because angles of a triangle add up to 180. So adding these two numbers up, 68 plus 32, that's a 0, 3, 9, that is 100. So we have 180 here. To find the y, subtract 100, cancel, cancel. And what we have now is y equals 80 degrees. Okay. See you in the next video.